Hello everyone. I hope everybody is doing well. This is the course orientation for MLS 410 lecture, General Pathology, Histopathologic, and Cytologic Techniques. So, this will serve as your guide for the entire course, and I hope that you're going to pay attention with the details on the orientation so that you will know how to compute your grades. You will have the idea of what is the topic to be discussed for the next meeting and what will be the flow of the classes since we will apply online and on-site classes. So before we start, I would like to introduce myself. So, I am Doren Venus P. Utod, RMT. So, you can call me Ma'am Dor na lang. So, dili lang Ma'am Utod, no? So, just call me Ma'am Dor. So, I graduated in this institution last 2013 and passed the board exam in the same year. And after that, I used my profession and worked in the laboratory for 4 years. And specifically in the histopathology department. So, with my experience, I believe that I can share something to you through my working experience in the histopathology laboratory. And after that, I tried to venture another area, which is the teaching. So, I've been teaching for 4 years now. Okay, so I'm hoping that we will be able to meet no because this your class is greatly affected with the activities with the seminars of the faculty. Okay, so the following are the things that we will be discussing in line with the orientation. Okay. The first one, description of the course. So it is divided into three parts. The first part, which will focus on the prelims. So this one is the general pathology. We'll be dealing with the different diseases. We will be correlating the origin of the condition, the what is the reaction of the body in cases of stress or injurious stimulus. And the second part, this one will cover this one on the midterms. So we will focus on the histopathologic techniques that we will be using in the laboratory. So more on the procedural part of the histologic techniques. And on the third part, so this one will be identifying the cells in the diagnosis of disease during cytologic techniques. Okay, so according to Bruce Gregorius 2006, so Gregorius classes is our main reference for the histopathology, specifically on the second part, which is the histopathologic technique. So I'll be giving you the references that we will be using for the lecture. Okay. Histologic examination of properly processed tissues can confirm or dispute clinical impressions and other diagnostic tests. So, just to give you an overview, class, on what we are doing in the laboratory. So, we are medtechs. Our task is to assist the pathologist. So we are assisting the pathologist in a way that we are processing the samples so that it will turn into a slide, just like in our on the screen, the slides at the bottom portion. So we are preparing these tissues to come up with the slides, and it's the task of the pathologist to read the results. So we are not involved in reading the results. So we are only on the processing na side. So this result is very important because through this result, the pathologist can compare or can confirm if the patient is cancerous or it's just a benign type of tumor. Is it stage 1? Is it stage 3? So that is the importance of having this area in the laboratory. Okay, next are the general objectives. Hopefully, by the end of this course, we will be able to meet the following objectives. So you must acquire basic concepts of disease formation since we will be talking about disease. Then, explain the physiologic changes brought about by various disease process. So, of course, once we have disease in our body, the normal reaction of the body is there will be a change in the balance of the different components that we have. Then the disease process, identify the various changes to a human cell in the presence of stress or injury, as well as the principles and the procedures in the laboratory, and manifest and basic concepts in exfoliative cytology. Okay, course credit. Our lecture class, it is a 4-unit class. Yes, 4-unit course, and we have 3 hours lecture per week. So since we have 2 meetings in a week, so it is divided into 1.5 hours per meeting. So in total, we have 54 hours. Okay, prerequisite is MLS 407 or histology. So later on the first discussion on the intro sa general pathology, I will be explaining to you why is it that histology, you really need to learn the basics in histology before you can understand histopathology. And for our class schedule, so kindly disregard the ones that is flashed on the screen. So our schedule is every Wednesday and Friday. And okay, the scheduling of our class, since we are still applying the online and the on-site classes. So MLS, we are on the cluster 1. So for this week, on site. And next week, it will be online. So for next week, I will be posting on the Quipper. Quipper will be our main platform for the posting of video lectures. So the class code, so kindly disregard again the class code on the screen. So um, I think I already sent it in the GC, so kindly check na lang the post on the GC regarding class code. So I'll just inform you if ever the video lectures were already posted. And if there are instances where we need to meet, so we will be using Zoom, and you can contact me in the messenger. Okay, so this will be the topic for the entire prelim. I will be sending this one to you so that you will have a guide for the entire semester. So for this week, we will be discussing the general pathology, the introductory part. And then next week, so cellular injury and cell adaptation, cell death, and right after that will be the cellular adaptation and the rest of the topics. So midterms, we will be focusing on the histopathologic techniques and on the finals. On the finals class, we have this reporting. So, pag magkita na ta, pag mag-meet na ta on-site, so I'll be grouping the class and I will be giving the topics that will be assigned to each of the group. So, I'll just explain this further pag nag-meet na ta on-site. Okay, so I believe you already have a copy of this one for the schedule of in-person and online classes ng mga weeks. Okay, for the reference books class, I will be giving you a copy as well of the reference books, and so that you can have an extra reading, no, other than the PowerPoint presentation, my PowerPoint presentation. So I will not be giving my PowerPoint. I encourage you to not fully rely on the PowerPoint that during the discussion. So I just want you to have a further reading pa about the topic so that you will have a further understanding. Okay, for the grading system, it will be base 30. So since this is a professional subject and this one is included in the board examination. So when you say base 30 for a 10-item quiz, the passing score is 7. So class standing, 50%, 40% will be taken from the quiz and another 10% from the assignment and attendance. And for the remaining 50%, it will be taken from your written examination. And per term grade computation, so you already know this one, your prelim grade can affect your midterm grade because 1/3 from the prelim, from 2/3 from the midterm for you to come up with your midterm grades. And the same goes with the final grade. Okay, so the class will be divided into 6 groups. So Okay, the other rules is this one is applied to the laboratories, and using cell phones during classes is highly discouraged. And if you want to inform, if you want to send a private message, you can contact me na lang through my messenger. So, of course, if beyond 7 p.m., yes, you can leave a message, pero expect lang na dili na mag-reply si teacher, ha? So expect for a reply by tomorrow. And of course, practice no cheating. Ana. And this one I will be explain this one further during our pag face to face na ta. Okay, so that's it for the orientation. So if you have questions and clarification, feel free to drop a message in our group chat. And if you have a personal message, you can message me directly in the messenger. So thank you everyone. I hope that you will enjoy this semester.